What's going on, YouTube? Today I want to discuss learn to ignore Mr. Me Too, because we all have that person in our lives, whether it's friend, work related, or whatever. We all have that person that no matter what it is you do in life, they always know somebody's cousins, uncles, grandmother's father on the left side that is 10 times better than whatever it is you do. So these people, they have kind of an inferiority complex where they always have to try to one up you and always have to try to down whatever it is you're doing. So you like I spoke about in one of my previous videos where I said you kind of have to have a shield to kind of block out a lot of the BS that you have to listen to or it comes from different people. So with Mr. Me Too, like for example, even in my own personal life, like let's say I someone will ask me, about what I do, whether it's with 3D printing or whatever. Let's say the cartoon people, if I say, I have this little cartoon line with, the clothing line, they'll say that, oh, I know somebody that's running $1 million cartoon studio or multi-million-dollar cartoon studio, and they're better than everything you did. Or if I say I run a 3D printing operation, they'll say, oh, I know somebody with $1 million 3D printers and they're better than you and they got all these connections. And and a lot of times I'll be like, most of the time I won't engage because I know they feel threatened by me. But sometimes when people cross a certain line, I do have to kind of get with them, because you don't tolerate disrespect from anybody. But you know when they say things like like that, like I know somebody that's got $1 million 3D printer, you ask them, well, what is it you have? Like, you keep telling me about this mystery person that that's so much better than me, so high. And even if they are good, I'm happy for them, but it's like, well, what are you doing? And they'll have this dumbfounded look, because again, back to one of the previous videos I did, people, they just want to sow doubt in your heart because they feel insignificant. So you can gauge the situation about whether you ignore someone or not. But if someone blatantly tries to disrespect you, so you need to always defend yourself and stick up for yourself. Tell them tell them what you need to. But sometimes it's best to just as we get older, we learn to ignore a lot of the crap we hear in everyday life. But sometimes it's just best to just say, well, good for them. I'm happy for them, and I've got what I got. So what do you have exactly? So that's the advice I want to give you today, is to ignore Mr. Me Too. Don't let Mr. Me Too try to always one up you or down you in any way. You're gonna deal with it. Like I said, in Los Angeles, it's everywhere. It's prevalent with everyone. Everyone's gotta try to appear to be something they're not. And to be honest with you, I'm completely over just being out here in LA, because one thing a lot of people will realize is, as much as I hate to say this, real people, like people that have a real type of mentality, don't really fit in Los Angeles, because it's the land of plastic, as I call it. Not to down it, I like certain aspects of California, like the ocean, the view, the weather, all that. But realistically, especially in LA, certain parts of California are different. Everyone's plastic. Everyone has to be something they're not. Everyone has to try to. That's another thing. Even with people you hang around, everyone's like has this type of attitude, like, I'm really too good for you. I should really be hanging around with the insert X here millionaire, whatever. But I'm just hanging around you because I got nothing better to do today. I remember someone had that type of attitude towards me, and I kind of just said, you know what, I don't want to drag you down or, make you look less than you. So I dropped them right back off at home and be like, all right, go hang out with those people that you're on a level with. Like why you want to hang out with me? And I told them I ain't gonna say what I said, because I gotta keep it clean for YouTube. But basically, you don't ever you don't ever tolerate disrespect from anyone, or anyone that tries to look down on you, or try to make you feel like you're less than them. You always need to come back with whatever it is, because you can't let people get away with that. Because if you let them get away with it once, if you have to deal with the person, you never let it slide, because you let them get away with it once, then they think, oh, it's okay for me to do it again and again and again, till you blow up, and you know how that goes. So that's just what I wanted to tell you today. Like, nobody's better than anyone else. I wish we could get that as people in society, but unfortunately, you got your social classes and different varying factors that divide us all. But I just want to say that, no matter what, there will always be someone that feels like they're better than you, or feel like they have to go out their way to try to down you. Don't just brush. If you don't have to deal with them again, or don't have to see them again, just brush it off. Keep moving. Like, don't even pay it no mind. Just blot it out your head and pretend like you didn't hear that. Basically, it's like, pretend like you hear the bleeping sounds when they bleep out like a cuss word on TV or something. Like, just use it as that and keep moving forward, because you're gonna deal with a lot of people trying to knock you off your path and throw little booby traps or little problems in your way, so you can't achieve your goals. So that's all I want to say today.